Delit, De Jong, and Greizman. And who's the new kid in the block? I'll talk about that and more on our transfers. Alright everybody, welcome to another edition, Barca fans. Basically this is all about the transfers, what we need, what the rumors are out there, basically who's going to come in, who's agreed to come into the club, rumored to come into the club in the summer, rumored to leave in the summer. There are a lot of speculation right now about what players should deserve a spot with Barcelona and who should be kicked out. But of course, we have our first and foremost, the one who has agreed already, not on paper yet, but we have an agreement between the club and the player, and that is De Jong. And De Jong, to me, has been one of the most fascinating 18-year-olds, I believe, 18, 19-year-old. It's been one of the most fascinating kids I have seen in a while. And because of our poor form that we have right now, we do need that young blood come in, and that energy and that skillful feat that De Jong provides for us. And ladies and gentlemen, he's from Ajax. Ajax was not one of the clubs that was supposed to go far into this UCL tournament, but of course, because of young guys like him, this is a team that is young. This is a team that has a lot of players that are very skillful. And De Jong is at the heart of this team. He is, I believe, the captain of this team, and he has become one of the most influential players in the world of football. And because Barcelona has seen this young man come and become one of the most exciting players to watch, they wanted him to come to the club. Now this young man has become an influential player. Like I said, he is what we would want in our squad because he fits that model and he fits that description of what he could do in the midfield. Currently he is a center midfield, but I believe you can switch him and shift him within the midfield and he can still provide good opportunities for our strikers and of course Messi. Well, we want somebody who is able to play close to his level at least, because we know Messi is just at another level, and we want to be able to bring players that can work around Messi, because Messi is at the heart of what we are and what we do on the offensive side. So now when we bring a player like De Jong right behind him, I would have him right behind him and he would fit absolutely incredibly well, because this is an opportunity for him to shine not only in the big moments, but to be able to win in the big championships. So why in the middle? Why in the middle? Why anywhere else? Because right now, there's two main reasons. First of all, like I said, he is an absolute skillful player, and he is young. He's 18, 19 years old, and he knows how to go through the works and the midfield, how he's able to transition the ball from defense to offense. And right now, Busquets, which brings me to number 2, is not in good form. He needs somebody who can come in when he is not able to deliver for us. And a part of this has to be blamed for Valverde because of the low morale that's going on right now, the loss against Liverpool, and because of the strategies that he has behind, and because of the poor form that's going on with Busquets and others, he's not able to perform at his very best. So now we have to bring in a young guy, a young buck, who can back him up when he is not able to. Who is going to be the next generation after Busquets is gone? And this, ladies and gentlemen, would fit the description very well. And I've seen him play in Ajax. He is an absolute marvelous player. He moves around very well. He has his first touches are world-class first touches, and that's what I really like about him so much. The way he's able to transition very well within his teammates. he can do the same thing for us. And this is very exciting for me to see that somebody could come in and make an immediate impact, an immediate difference within our club. We don't have to wait 6, 7, 8 games for him to make an impact. He can make an impact as he starts within the starting 11 of the lineup. And this is one of the things that is so exciting for me to have, is to have a player who can make the immediate impact. Just like we brought in Arturo Vidal, so does De Jong. De Jong can bring some immediate impact to the game, and he can change everything within that midfield. And that's what we need. We need to get back to a steady midfield, and it starts with a man who understands the mechanics of that midfield, and he does it very well. The 21-year-old De Jong, Frankie De Jong, will be signing with Barcelona for 75 million euros, which is a good price within the price range of midfielders. That's really good. He's young and is an expert of what he does, and he does everything, like I said, everything well in the midfield. Now I know I said 18, 19, he's actually 21, and he's still, guys, he is young. He has a lot of heart, and he has a lot of a lot of desire, a lot of passion to be in the field, and he's gonna be a good player for us. All right, so with defending being one of the issues that we are struggling with, Matthijs de Ligt would come in at a price range of 85 to 90 million euros if Barcelona goes ahead and buys it, which is a very, very close deal as we speak. It's a deal that is about to happen. I don't know, but Ajax has some very good young talent that can come and make an immediate impact. It might even take a little, maybe 2 or 3 games for them to realize where they need to be, how they need to be, but they're very smart players. And De Ligt is not any different. As Piqué is aging, we need somebody who can take control of that defense, and Piqué is the man who can deliver the torch, who can give the torch to Matthijs de Ligt, because he is able to control very well that defense. He is a very good defender, and just watching him defend, just making those very good transitions from defense to midfield, gives us a good sense of happiness to have somebody like him come in and into our defense and making an immediate impact as well. And so this is somebody who could make us a better defense with some of these guys who might be leaving. Umtiti, who is rumored to leave, as well as and Thomas Vermaelen leaving the club, could possibly give us room for Matthijs de Ligt to have some defensive skills come into our team and be able to make an impact as well. So this is also very good news as we get closer. Liverpool has also been trying to fight for this player, and as well as for other clubs, but we are the closest to making a deal here. So we hope that within the next few weeks we can hear some good news. Another rumored player, Philippe Coutinho. Now, I have been backing up Philippe Coutinho since the day he came. I thought he would bring us what we needed. After giving him 2 seasons, after giving him hopes, after giving him high praises at times, I feel it's time to go. I don't know where we could put him other than the midfield, where he originally was supposed to be, where he originally came from as a Liverpool player, and he transitioned from midfield to our left wing. And so I never really agreed to having him on the left wing, because I think he would be a natural midfielder on the left. And with that said, I think that it's time to do something about this situation. Valverde is not going to put him in the midfield, so where else can we put him? Well, with other players rumored to come to our club, he is one that is rumored to leave to Manchester United or to PSG, where Neymar apparently is reporting that he wants Coutinho to be a part of the team over there. Now I don't want him to go. Part of me doesn't want him to go, but a part of me wants him to keep playing for us. It's just not the position that he needs to play. Now there's certain positions that other players can transition to, and that have no effect to it. But Coutinho seems to have struggled being on the left side ever since he was moved there. There hasn't been many goals. There haven't been too much passing and assists from him. It seems like we just want to force him to go that route, or Valverde wants to force him to go that route, which is something I disagree with. We should have brought him in and we should have played him on the left side of that midfield and continued. And then have Arthur come in and continue to back him up whenever he needed to be backed up. Because Coutinho is a little more older than Arthur. And Arthur he's very young. He's a very young Brazilian player that is able to continue to play well. It reminds me a lot of Xavi Hernandez in that matter. But we needed to put Felipe Coutinho in that left midfielder role, because he has not been able to do much lately with that left wing on that side. He's not been able to produce assists to Suarez and Messi or Dembele. So, well, there's other rumors of what could happen here. We have Antoine Greizman, who can come in and play that role. Now, there has been a settlement or an agreement between the two sides of Barcelona and Greizman, because right now, as it is, Greizman has already said his goodbyes to Atletico Madrid. And this is the next person I want to talk about, the next player that we want to talk about. Greizman, I really like the way he plays. He could really help us in many ways on that offensive attack within the front three. Now, we can put him on a left wing, we can put him as a striker, and he can still make a difference. Now, there is a problem with having Greizman if Barcelona make the deal legit, and that is that they break one of the FIFA rules. According to one of the medias, decide to go and buy him right now, they will be sanctioned. Basically, FIFA will ban Barcelona from having another transfer in the next summer. So that's something to be very careful to look at. And as we continue to look at this, I'm not sure whether it's a good idea or not, if this is true, if this does happen. Because according to the reports, it says a professional shall only be free to conclude a contract with another club if his contract with his present club has expired or is due to expire within 6 months. Any breach of this provision shall be subject to appropriate sanctions. Now, this is what the FIFA rules state, and one of the media sources have went out and pointed this out. Now, would this be worth it? Well, it kind of depends. If we do go ahead and break the rules, then we don't get to go ahead and possibly not have another transfer option next summer. So this could really mean we all go out for him. We all go out during this summer. We all go out this summer and buy what we need, or we go and just wait it out until his contract is finished. Now, the other thing about Greizman is there are various reports out there now that are saying that he doesn't want to continue. He didn't want to continue with Atletico Madrid. He wanted to move on after 5 years. He wants titles. He wants to be in a team that provides him titles. And what other than having to come to Barcelona and having it done? We just hope that we do get the job done, because it'll be a waste of time. But anyways, I wanted to just kind of go through this and kind of give you through the overview of what Greizman is all about. Now, I like I said before, Greizman would be a great buy. He didn't want to come back. Why? Because he wanted to stay with Atletico Madrid and give it another shot. Barcelona were going to go ahead and buy him, and of course he decided to go ahead and renew his contract with Atletico Madrid. We have to make sure that this is exactly what we want as a club, and he would serve a good purpose. Behind Suarez, he would be absolutely amazing. He would come in and just bring youth to Suarez's position as a striker. He could fill in right away. It wouldn't be long before he could do that. He's a very, very versatile player and attacker, and that's what I really like about him. And he has to have those chances he didn't have at Atletico. We have those players that can give him those opportunities to score. And one of them would be Messi, the greatest assistant of all in the game. And behind Messi would be De Jong, would be an amazing midfielder right behind him. And just think about it. He is causing problems as it is for other teams in La Liga and in the European Championship, because no one really knows where he's going to strike, and sometimes his speed is a burst of out of nowhere, and he goes and attacks, and he continues to make goals. And could you just imagine what kind of player, how many goals he could have with us? It's just amazing. But anyways, I think this would be an opportunity for Greizman, and I think it would be an opportunity for us. Now, Greizman is willing to take this pay cut of 120 million euros for the next 5 years with Barcelona. Now, if this is probably just him being desperate of having to just win something already, and he wants it to be done, and he knows that with Barcelona he has that better chance of doing it. And like I said, when he was playing with Atletico, he gave him the 5 years that he wanted to be there. And so now, with this opportunity, he's going to get just that. It is rumored to leave in the summer. With wanting to play more and having to be the first player goalkeeper, or the first goalkeeper for a team, he is one of the best I've seen. Not the greatest, but one of the best I've seen in goalkeeping. And I think he was a good backup to Ter Stegen. He did save a lot of balls for us and had some good clean sheets. But whoever does get Jasper Citizen is going to be happy. And this is a man who is up in age as well, who's 30 years old. Of course, he's up there. But of course, he has an opportunity elsewhere where he is able to play more minutes. We are not going to give up Ter Stegen, because Ter Stegen is our first goalkeeper for our team. And so now it brings us to the new kid in the block, who many have not really talked about. The news is out there, but it's Ludovic Reis. He currently plays for Groningen, if I'm pronouncing that right, and he's a midfielder for them. Now, Barcelona has scouted this young guy, and they really like the way that he works the midfield as well. And could he be a starter for us? Possibly not, but he could really be a backup to one of our midfielders, especially De Jong, as he is the man who is going to be starting for most of our games at that level. So keep an eye out for Reis. He is been watching some videos on him. I've been seeing how he moves. He acts a lot like Busquets in his prime, when Busquets was in his very good prime, and until he started, having poor form lately. But do keep an eye on him. This Dutch-Turkish, I believe, young guy, he is a wonder kid, and he does make a difference within the offense and the defense, transitioning from defense to offense continually, and making some really good strikes, and making, having some goals of himself as well. So keep an eye on that and see what we have later on, as an agreement has been reached out to him for 8 million euros. Alright guys, so finally I have my lineup of how it kind of would look like with our senior players, our starting 11. And I would have Marc-Andre Ter Stegen at goalkeeper. I would have Jordi Alba on the left side. I would have Matthijs de Ligt on center back, right next to Jordi Alba, and next to Matthijs de Ligt, I'm pronouncing that right, it's Gerald Piqué, our senior man, who will be coming in and basically giving him the advice, I guess, giving him the support as a defender, passing on the torch, as you would say. And what a good way for a veteran to do that to a young kid who is barely coming into the club, who has a lot of potential. And then we have to the right, as a right back, Somero. So Nelson Somero has become a favorite of mine as we move on forward, because he brings a lot of speed and he acts a lot like a winger. A lot of times he acts like a winger. His defense is good. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but he does bring a lot of offense. He does help a lot on that wing side. Above him, I have Arturo Vidal. Arturo Vidal is a veteran. He would bring a lot of stabilization into a midfield, and he has gotten better. I like the way that he's ending his season. It's not the perfect season, but it is a season without injury, and he's shown us that he can take care of himself, and he's shown us that he can be a leader as well in the midfield and be able to give us opportunities to send the ball to Messi. Next to him, I have De Jong, of course, one of the midfielders that I've been looking at all season long. I've been looking, and the rumors have been now true that we are going to be getting him. All we need to do is have it on paper, and he is ours, ladies and gentlemen. Frankie de Jong would be starting in that midfield where Busquets is, and I think that with Busquets still having more playing time, Frankie de Jong would slowly but maturely start going in for Busquets and giving us opportunities and giving us more defense, giving us more offense, and he would do a good job in that midfield. Next to our Frankie de Jong, I have Arthur. Young guy, continues to amaze, continues to look more like a veteran. Above him, I have Ousmane Dembele. As he is injured right now, I do believe that he will come back in the summer and get better. Hopefully, he will not have too many injuries in the next season, because it is a pattern, guys. I hope that we do have some answer in the summer to kind of back him up in case something does happen to him. Then I have Antoine Greizman, the newest and now a Barcelona player, who I believe will give us more opportunity to win games. With Suarez up in age, surgery, all these things are taking a toll on Suarez. I think Antoine Greizman will come in and he will make a difference. With Messi along his side, I think him and Messi will link up very well. I think they will create chances, they will create opportunities, and they will give us opportunity to win games more as we continue. We will have more opportunities to win the UCL, the Copa del Rey, the Supercopa, the La Liga, which is probably the most important one of them all. But them two, UCL and La Liga, are really the best ones that we have. We know we can win the Copa. We want to win as many tournaments as we can, many championships as we can, many trophies as we can. I think we can do it alongside with Messi. Of course, you have the best player in the world. And when you have him alongside with Antoine Greizman, you have endless opportunities, endless chances, opportunities that you can make. Greizman is so versatile, ladies and gentlemen. He comes in and he will make an immediate difference. When Suarez is not performing, boom, bring in the secret weapon and he'll come in and he'll make a difference. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you continue to support the club and continue to watch the games, see what we have. We're not perfect right now, but we hope to make our team better. And throughout the summer transfers, it's going to be a long summer transfers. It's going to be a long summer. It's going to be hectic, but I think we can get through. I think we can get players that can make a difference and an impact. And some of these players could come in and make the immediate impact just like that. So I hope that you all enjoy. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel as it is growing. And I hope that you all have a good opportunity to watch some of these players play, because it's going to be fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. Peace.